Morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, and today we are, as you can see by the title of this video and the thumbnail of this video, we are going to be talking about how I rate books. Now, whenever I was a new reader, I felt like I didn't really know how to rate books. I felt like everything that I read was a 5-star because I didn't really know any better. So, for my new readers out there who are unsure of how to rate a book, this is how I personally rate a book. Now, we are going to be talking from 1 star to 5-star, and let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, if you hear paper, it's because I've got notes right here because, well, if you guys have been here long enough, you know I'm a rambler. So, for our 1 stars, these are books that are so unenjoyable that I could not get through them. I either DNF'd this book, which means do not finish, or did not finish, and I would never recommend these books. These books are books that I felt like were a waste of my time. I felt like these books were just not ones that I wanted to pick up at all. Usually, 1-star books for me are ones that I just genuinely, down to the deepest core of my soul, cannot get through. That's a 1-star for me. For me personally, a 1-star is unenjoyable, it was a DNF, or I would never recommend it. Now, for our 2 stars. 2 stars, we are moving up. We are moving up. It was okay. I didn't love it. I didn't like it. Didn't hate it. Might recommend to the right person, but these 2-star books are ones that I'm like, wasn't really a waste of my time, but these books are ones where I'm like, it started out really slow and continued to be slow. These are books where I feel like the characters were not thought out. These are books where I just didn't love them, didn't hate them. One of those books in particular, I remember I tried to read Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. I ended up giving it a 2 stars because I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. It's one of those books that I might go back in and reread to see if my view has changed. 2 stars are a little bit more difficult for some people, but 2 stars for me, I would recommend it to the right people. It was okay. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. That's a 2-star for me. Now, going on to our 3 stars. 3 stars for me are the neutrals. These are the ones where I was like, okay, could have been better, could have been shorter, could have been this. These are my could have books. My could have. Could have been, could have, would have, should have, but they ended up not being. So my 3 stars are whenever I genuinely like a book. Like it was very enjoyable down to every last second. I was having a good time. But these books are the ones where they could have done this, 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 and this. And that probably would have bumped it up a star. But my 3 stars are pretty neutral. I usually go for a 3-star whenever I have been struggling with a book, with rating wise, because 9 times out of 10, if I'm struggling to rate it because I don't want to rate it too low, and I'm struggling to rate it because I don't want to rate it too high, a 3-star is a perfect star rating for those types of books. So yeah, 3 stars are my could have been books. And oh, if you hear my stomach growling, sorry, it's lunchtime. Anyway, so yeah, my 3 stars are my I liked it, they were enjoyable, good times were had. 3 stars are pretty neutral. 3 stars are a good rating for me. 3 stars are not a bad rating for me. Some people think that 3 stars are like, no, no. I think a 3-star rating is a decent rating. If I see someone has rated a book 3 stars, I will usually go in and read it anyway because, well, 3 stars. That's a good book. And 9 times out of 10, the people that are rating books 3 stars are because they don't want to rate it too high and they don't want to rate it too low. So they're usually enjoyable books. 3 stars are good books. Going into 4 stars, we are moving up to the books that we were like, that was so good. That was so, so, so good. It was beautifully written. It gives you the feels. You would absolutely recommend this book with no questions asked. 4 stars are my more common rating. I usually sit like my average rating right now at this point of the year has been like a 4.5, a 4.25 stars is my average rating for a book. And that's pretty typical for me. 4 stars are, like I said, so good, so, so, so good. They are beautifully written. Those are the ones where you're like underlining every other word because you're like, oh, that's beautiful. Like, oh, those books are the ones where as a writer, I like to go through and see what I am enjoying about those books and try to figure out a way to insert those moments and those themes and those types of characters into my own stories. And so, yeah, 4 stars are great books. I would recommend them to anyone and everyone. Now, we are moving up to our 5 star ratings. Our 5 stars. They were amazing. They end up being your new favorite book. Everyone needs to read them, and you usually think about them for a while. Me personally, have been thinking about Archer's Voice since I finished that book, and I finished that like a week and a half ago. So that says something. Those are the books where I just genuinely, down to my bones, cannot stop thinking about. Fourth Wing, Akatar, Archer's Voice. These are the books where I'm like, oh, I literally, every single time I sit down and have a moment to myself, one of these characters is popping into my head because I just love them so much or I relate to these characters so much. 5 stars are fantastic books. Now, 5 stars, now, oh, let me finish one sentence at a time. Whenever you rate books, you usually only have a 1 to a 5 star rating. Me personally, if I love a book, I will usually write down in my reviews and my like notes and stuff that if I could rate it a 6 star, I would. We are going to be talking about 6 star books in a later video. This video is specifically for star ratings. So we can go through some of these books where I'm like, this is what I loved about this book and this is why I rated it. So for Archer's Voice, I ended up rating this a 5 star and I would have rated it a 6 star if I could. The reason I did that was because I felt like every single thing in this book was something that is not represented enough. So Archer, our main male character, he speaks with sign language. I love, love, love to see representation like that in books because you really don't get it that much. Every single thing in this book was beautiful. There was not a moment where I was like, I don't really like the way that that was written. I loved everything about this book. It was amazing. I will recommend it until the day that I die. Everyone needs to read this book. This was a 5 star, 6 star for me. Now going into 4 star, I believe I rated Emily Wilde a 4 star. The reason I did that was because the beginning of the book was extremely slow. It was beautifully written. I was feeling all of the feelings. I was kicking my feet. I loved Wendell Bamblebee. I loved all of the characters and I would recommend it, but there were a lot of things in here where I was like, that didn't need to be in there. This was a 4 star for me. Going into 3 stars, I am grabbing all of the books that I read in March. This was a 3 star because I enjoyed it. Good times were had. It felt very repetitive though. I felt like this could have been like a few hundred pages shorter. It did not need to be this chunky of a book, but overall, I had a good time reading this book. I didn't hate it. It was a 3 star. A 2 star. What did I rate 2 stars? Let's see. My gosh, my stomach. Anyway, I had to search for so long to find a 2 star book because those are ones that 2 stars are very uncommon for me. That is not one that I rate very often. I usually am a 3 star and above, but this one just so happened to be a 2 star, and it's a hot take. I rated Tomorrow, and Tomorrow a 2 star To be fair, I think I read it at the wrong time. Would I go back and reread this? Maybe. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I felt like the characters were fun. The plot of the book was insane. I just didn't enjoy the book. I just did not enjoy the book. And now we are going down to 1 stars, which the one that I am seeing on my rating system right now, right smack dab in front of me, was Call Me By Your Name. I hated that book. It was awful. I would never recommend that book to anyone ever. I did not like the way that that story was written. I did not like the characters. I think I DNF'd that book, which is why it would make it a 1 star. So I hope you guys got some information on how to possibly rate your books in the future. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment downstairs. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.